So, did you feel like you were out of your depth, and how did you cope with it?
Well, I think the beautiful part of this role is that whether you work for the president of a country or the president of a company, there's so much of the role that is exactly the same. And we all, for the most part, start at the bottom and have to find our way up that ladder, whatever that ladder looks like. And so for me, I stepped into a role that I knew was far too big for me. And so I wanted to, of course, do my job with excellence, but I also wanted to figure out how the little part that I was playing fit into the bigger picture. And so, as much as I did my job, I was very big ears and was listening to the people around me and how did they talk to people? How did they get the things done that we needed to get done? How did they interact with people in a way that was both strong and diplomatic? And really learned to, I guess, adopt or copy or mimic that language. And so learning to fit into my environment and then bring my own specific traits and skills to the job was what I tried to do. I was very fortunate to work for somebody like Ronald Reagan, who was the type of leader who really believed in the people around him. And I would say he gave me his trust and loyalty, maybe even before I earned it. And as a young person, that's very empowering because I felt like he did trust me. And so rather than motivating me by this sense of fear, like I was going to mess up or something, I really had this deep sense of commitment. I wanted to get it right. I didn't want to miss anything. I knew that for every 100 people that called the office, 99 of them probably got me instead of him, much to their chagrin. They wanted him, but instead they got me. And so, what did they think of him by their interaction with me? And that applies to everybody because for most people in this role, you are the face and the voice of the company. And most people will never talk to or see or meet the big boss, but they'll interact with you a lot. And so, what do they think about your company, your brand, your boss, based on their interactions with you? And so, I would constantly think if Ronald Reagan himself could have picked up the phone and talked to this person, how would he have spoken to them? How would he have made them feel? And I know he wouldn't have rushed them or act like they were an annoyance or an interruption to the day, but they were the very reason why his day even existed. And so that was always the mindset I tried to bring with it, just remembering that I was the face and voice of him for so many people who would never have a chance to meet him. And so a bit of pressure, yes, but also a wonderful opportunity to interact with people in a way that I knew he would have had he been able to himself.